G'day guys. So I'm at an undisclosed location at the moment. Went to buy some batteries and ended up having a look at this thing. Now, you'll gather from the video title straight away that it's not your average Honda Civic. It's a Honda Civic. This is in fact a Honda Civic EV. Now, first questions first. Who would be interested in watching a bucket load of content on me playing with a Honda EV? Because that's very pivotal as to whether or not I look at purchasing this vehicle. Awesome thing. It's got a nice enough price on it. I'm happy with the price. It is a forklift motor. 4.5 kilowatt. When you see the size of it, you understand why that's a funny thing. It has electric powered steering, has a water cooled Zilla 1000. It ran on AGMs. I think he said he was running at 120 something volts, capable of over 200. This is a electric converted 5-speed Civic. So it's a 91 Civic. Once upon a time it was registered. Sadly he's let that lapse. So, still has a 5-speed normal transmission, still has a clutch assembly. Clutch is only used to aid gear shifting, make that easier. Current shunt and voltmeter there. Could always tidy them up and make them digital, that's not an issue. Interior of the car is a very minor thing. That is a trip switch for a ginormous traction disconnection isolator, this big beast. So that actually takes the batteries down to 48 volts per pack. So even though the total system voltage is 120 volts, I can still work on this vehicle. This is where the N70 style AGMs lived. There's a box here fabricated into the floor, box in the back, control box in the middle. So it is only a 2-seater, this configuration. I like the kilowatt hour meter, that's really cool. So it's completely built. He's done it all. It's all in here and it all exists. Everything but batteries. It's just a bit stuck, that's okay. So as you can see, it sat around for a bit. I'd probably vinyl wrap it or whatever. Let me show you some more of the gear in the back seat. So that's a Zilla interface board. This is a working driving vehicle. Throw batteries in it, we could drive this around. And as part of the sale, I may even provide him batteries and make him take me for a drive. I guarantee we're good. So there's your cable there for our... Wow. Look how safe that is. Safe as friggin' houses. So it also has full charging assembly up here. Up there, those two, they're chargers. Battery boxes are ventilated under the car. I'll show you, pop the charging port. Obviously it's a lot to take in straight away. but this is bolted to factory points where seat belts, things like that go in. Yeah. A single 100 amp hour string was what ran this. Which is cool. It's not a great deal of effort. The aluminium trays in the bottom of the battery bins have got temperature controlled resistors on them, so you can actually heat the trays, keep the batteries warm in cold climates. Must run on the last two batteries in the front. I don't know, I didn't ask. No, it can't do. They must be the normal vehicle system batteries. It's got DC to DC step downs in it. DC to DC is to control the contactors. The Zilla's obviously an insane thing, water cooled as well. The factory exhaust pipe there has been completely reused as a port into the battery control box, so it's all the wiring's contained. Yeah, he's done a really good job of this. He did it a few years back, but yeah, he's done a remarkable job. Still runs its factory braking system, factory powered steering, aside from looks like an Astra pump and a vacuum pump too. Maybe that's the water pump. I think it might be the water pump for the Zilla, but it does have a vacuum pump for the brake system. It's got powered steering, vacuum assisted proper brakes. It's going to be just like a normal Civic. The Zilla's completely programmable. I'm assuming that's what the old laptop on the seat's for. Yeah. I do like this square shaped Civic as well. Yeah, the aluminium front bars. Something I'd never thought about. You don't need any frontal airflow. The motor's got its own internal cooling. Yep, big internal cooling fan. So it's got a 5-speed box in it. He said you use second, third and fourth essentially. Overdrive if you're not trying to create a lot of torque and just get along nice and fast and drop your watt hours down. But that's all stuff that we could put in current clamps and shunts and things like that to measure. None of that's too hard. So this is obviously where the vehicle batteries lived for the DC system. So it's got, in the way of converting, like I don't have to do anything. I'm not remaking the wheel, if that makes sense. Like everything's here and working. I think this may be my first EV. He said that there's no reason why he couldn't put a bigger forklift motor in it as well later on down the track, or we could just high voltage it. It's a 48 volt forklift motor that is feeding 120 volts, and apparently no issue. And he knows all the models and makes of everything to do with it. Yeah. So if you guys aren't subscribed and haven't given a heap of videos thumbs up, go back and watch a heap of videos for me. Let me know that you'd be keen for me to do this kind of project. This would make the most awesome runaround car, and I've even found someone who would entertain the idea of getting it all engineered so it's completely legitimate and on the road. Running out my workshop, running the daughter to daycare. This could be a very, very, very handy solar power charged EV. Feed it some 100 amp AGMs or maybe even an 18650 pack, and we could be talking about a seriously useful piece of kit. What do you think? I think it's awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments. Really keen to hear your feedback. It's not advertised or anything. It's not actually going anywhere at this stage. So he's giving me pretty good a first option in it, and I really think we could make something very, very cool out of this bus. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to read them all. Cheers, guys. Could this be our first EV?